So winter certainly takes a toll on our skin, but this year there are other factors to consider when it comes to taking care of our skin.
Yeah, last week on the show that keeps on giving, Irene and I talked to Dr. Elyse Love. She's a dermatologist and has some advice on preparing and protecting your skin this winter. First of all, Dr. Love, not only are my lips chapped, my whole face is chapped. And I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
No, you are exactly correct. We know that winter is difficult on the skin in general. The wind, the cold weather, the heaters inside, they tend to strip our skin of its moisture. But what we're finding, the extra kind of cherry on top this year, is that these new but super important behaviors that we have in protecting ourselves from the pandemic are also having effects on our skin. And so that's our mask wearing, and that's also the washing of the hands, frequent hand sanitizer. These things are coming together to kind of really test our skin barrier. In fact, CeraVe did a study, and 51% of participants felt that this winter, their skin would probably be the worst that it's been compared to any prior winter. And although I do agree that it's a lot that's not in our favor, I think that we're lucky enough that we have really good products where I think we can combat this, and I think we can get your face feeling better also.
Your skin is impeccable, Dr. Love. How do I get skin like yours?
See a dermatologist often.
Good answer. Good answer.
That's always a good thing to do, right?
Exactly.
What are some of the...
but one thing we can... Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you go.
That's okay. You know, what are some of the things that you can do? I mean, you know, we all need to moisturize our skin, but with a mask on top, it seems like it might just trap there and cause other problems. Is that right?
Yeah, so that's exactly correct. So we do want to focus on our skin barrier, but we also want to be mindful of the realities of 2020. And so one thing that I highly recommend this winter is that actually incorporating ceramide-containing moisturizers, because what that's going to do, ceramides are a really important ingredient that's naturally found in our skin barrier. Ceramides help the skin maintain this integrity of the skin barrier, which helps you hold on to moisture, and it also helps protect you from all of those irritating things that are happening outside. So the heaters and the mask and the hand sanitizer. So by combining ceramides with a moisturizer, you actually can get away with, you still want a cream, you want something that's rich, but you don't have to have something that's super, super heavy, because you're combining both protecting that skin barrier with adding moisture to the skin. And so I recommend CeraVe moisturizing cream. Like, it's probably, I say it multiple times throughout the day, and that's because it's a great moisturizer for the entire body once a day, especially during winter. It's also a great moisturizer for the face. It's lightweight, but it's super moisturizing. And then it's also very helpful for the hands, and that it's protecting that skin barrier, but the hands, we're washing them constantly, so you do need to reapply something to the hands multiple times a day. And so it's lightweight enough that you can put it on and still go about your day working. And then the one kind of thing that I will say about masks going into winter, I think we're all tempted to wear really heavy masks because it's warm outside. It's finally a time where wearing a mask makes sense. But if you're going to be wearing a mask inside, you still want to stick with a pretty lightweight fabric, because you want that breathability so that things aren't just getting stuck underneath the skin.
And CeraVe, is that an over-the-counter or is that a prescription, or both?
Yeah, so the great thing is it's over the counter, and so you can get it at any local drugstore, but you can also order it online, as we're doing with almost everything in our day-to-day life these days.
And one last question, Dr. Love. Have you ever had a pimple?
I actually had really severe acne when I was a young kid. That's why I spent a lot of time in a dermatologist's office.
Well, you look amazing.
Yes, I have.
You do. You look absolutely amazing.
Thank you very, very much. You guys made my day.
Okay, good. Well, Happy New Year, and keep going with the CeraVe. It's
I think
Elyse.
it's Elyse. But anyway,
Love.
she's lovely.
Dr. Love.
And I use a CeraVe. I do.
Yes.
In fact,
I got yelled at during that whole interview that I have to use CeraVe.
You know why? One of the reasons I use CeraVe? Denise DiCenzo used CeraVe.
And look at it, and exactly. She
So,
was a beautiful woman.
skin.
Beautiful.